play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
He's coming. Hey, 626. X3, 218, chop. Back one. Hey, foxtrot.
To throw is Rodgers. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line. 319.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
319. 55. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 30.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
319. Hey, we got to get the stop here, Dave.
The first carry for a former member of the Fighting Irish, Dexter Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of the team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Down. 50, 180. We're good. 185. You got tight right there. Check 31. That's right. Check 31.
On second down, it's Hill. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
What now? 180. 15. Check 515. I'm coming after you. Kill. Check 3. 29. Hey, Delta.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
Go. 15.
From the gun, it's Carr. This complete to Jones. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here.
Small. No. 9. Express.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. That's taken on the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp.
Down. 280. 808. Keep it. Express. Mike 42. Check. Mike good.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
58. Run. 2 times. Easy. Check 26. Plant.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 14 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
93. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Express. Hey, orbit.
On first down, Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Raiders first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go. 50, my 50, my 50. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that. Put that down. Don't let him breathe, deep. Raider 9. Slam. Check your hot read.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
Here's Carr to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Rashawn Gary with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Kill. 734.
Carr now to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. He completes it to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 50. Mike 50. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Hey, wahoo. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Here we go. Express. Get set. I'm going to come back to you.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going
Set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Inside. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now Carr. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The 20-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 7, Carr, he's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ricky.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it with Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
What you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check. Fresno. Plant.
They'll go again to Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 30 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark, some.
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Green 18. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Tighten up. Box it. Look at this.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line.
Go.
This is Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
Hey, high 7. 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mike's 50. I got you, son. I got you. 93. 93. Express. Bravo. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Express.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's called. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Check 4. Check out. Lynn. Kill. Plant. Use you. Here comes the me. It's me. Here we go.
On 1st down, Jones. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Zoom.
Again, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Packers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones, he'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First down, and it's Hill again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
Recon, 152 fighter.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Express. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Crunch time, defense. Rush in. Whip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The Packers on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mike. 258.
It's our field.
Chip.
Hey, it's our house.
259.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones.
He'll have a first down past the 40. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Throwing again on second down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Carr now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss brings up
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Go, go.
Carr going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
He was brought down by Blake Raider one. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 36.
On second and 9, Carr steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. 734. Get hands on motion man.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Get your swarm on.
Express.
Mike 50.
93.
Let's get it together, team.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Carr. That one
Incomplete to Hill. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The dump off good for 8 there on first down.
Alpha. Mike 50. You must be dreaming. Mike 50.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Man, I got you.
Rodgers looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, check Mike. Hey, check 26. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 5. Let's get the ball. Mike 55.
Rodgers to throw once more. And it's caught. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.